Hello everyone, this is In-Game Mock with the box and a breakdown of the demo. This is Far Cry 3, the Classic Edition for the PlayStation 4. Now to start off, there was a small update around 5 megabytes. What the update did was fix the dead zones in the joysticks. Now, I have played this game with and without this update, and I didn't really notice much of a difference in the dead zone and joysticks. Now, the dead zone is basically the spot where when you move the joystick, it's whether the character will move or not. It just maybe slightly improved it where the character will move when he wouldn't have moved prior. Some might appreciate it, some might not even notice what it did, but it's still an update regardless. Nextly, this does come with all the updates and DLC that was released back on the PS3 version, all on this disc on this version here, which is very nice. Nextly, it was only available as an import. I do not know why they didn't release this in other countries, but I'm still just glad that we have a copy of Far Cry 3 with all the DLC and updates on disc. Now, everyone knows that I'm not the biggest in open world games, and this is no exception. Now, if you don't know, this is the first Far Cry game I have ever played, and this is my first chance of actually playing and trying out Far Cry 3. Now, most people have told me that Far Cry 3 is probably the best in the entire series, and after playing and experiencing it for quite a while, I can really see what they mean. Far Cry 3 has a great atmosphere, great world build, and as well as a pretty intriguing story, as well as the main cast and characters really bring into the game. But the main character, the main person that everyone looks at Far Cry 3 with is Voss, which is a great villain, a great character that just draws you in, but also you fear just as much as well. He's a pretty good character. Sadly, he's not the main villain of the game, and he will dispatch, and then you will meet the actual kingpin of the game. But at least he has his parts, and the parts he brings into the game are memorable and really enjoyable. I really enjoyed every time I had to meet the guy. Now, on the open world aspects of the game plays and feels just like your typical open world game. It does get repetitive. The open world atmosphere does get kind of boring, doing the missions and stuff like that. Doesn't seem like it feels rewarding as like other games I have played. But the overall world is really fun to play and go around in. What I mean by this is that it draws you in. The jungle really feels alive sometimes, and it feels like you're really lost in the middle of nowhere, especially with all the pirates and the enemies and the wildlife in the game. Because you never know when a tiger is going to pop out and devour you, or you might run into a bunch of pirates. As well as the items and weapons in the game are really fun, as well as the foraging and hunting in the game. It gives you that Tomb Raider feel where you want to gather materials to progress and unlock more abilities and stuff like that. The game has its pluses and minuses. Basically, its minuses are what most open world games suffer from. But the main thing that really hurt the game for me was the point of the game, where you have to liberate these camps that pirates have so you can set them free, and that way the natives of the island can get back to being safe on the island. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but it actually takes away from the game experience in itself, because most of the time I had the most fun with was when there were enemies all around me. I was afraid going out of the jungle by myself, and I never know when I was going to run into a wildlife or I was going to run into a pirate. It was very threatening. But when you liberate these camps, it takes away that threat. Now, there's still threats available here and there, but it's reduced significantly. And it just ruins the fun. It gets rid of that dying light feel that I liked about that game, where even though if you progressed through the game, there were still zombies and still threats no matter what. Once you left your safe zone, or your safe house, that's where the threats were lying. That's where the fun part of the game. While this game had that, but the game's mechanics take away that fun factor by making you progress and liberating, which you have to do, because if you want to play the side quests and unlock more stuff in the game, you have to do it. And it's very disappointing. I think it was a little lack of foresight from the developers about making sure the game stayed fun later on in the game. But the game was still fun. I just played it in my own way. I just started exploring the island, unlocking more of the map, and I just had more fun doing that than doing quests and all that stuff and exploring. And I'm trying to stay hidden. But like I said, without liberating the camps, if you died, you had to go all the way back to one of the camps you liberated. It's just, like I said, it's some of its own game design ruined its game. But for the overall experience, I did enjoy myself. The overall feel, the gameplay, combat, and everything like that. Be able to go approach certain scenarios how I felt. Do I want to go in there stealthily, or do I want to go in there guns blazing? And it never at one point felt like it was punishing me for either choice of my gameplay style. The game is actually really good, and I actually really enjoyed myself. I just hopefully that maybe in the future, maybe they can look into Dying Light and Far Cry and merge them together and giving you one hell of an experience. So, like always, I will leave the links down in the description if you're interested in a copy, which, for the most part, I do recommend. It's actually pretty fun. It's actually pretty enjoyable. It's got a few little hiccups here and there, like sometimes the environment, there's a magical wall. There's a few times I was trying to shoot, and there's like something magically in my way, which ruined the experience a little bit. For the most part, though, it didn't really happen that often. Only times it happens when you needed it not to happen. Isn't that how it usually goes? But again, it's well worth your time to have in your collection. With everything on the DLC and updates on the disc and everything, you can't go wrong with it. So thank you all for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!
To my brother Riley for getting his pilot's license. Where the hell is that motherfucker?
To my father's black card, to my black card.
God, I haven't done Sambuca since I was 20 years old. Yeah! I'm the king of the world! Let's go. Did he fucking pass out? Hold the door! Yo, Jason, get in! Get in! They're crazy, Jay! I learned from the best! Yeah! Woo!
You were thinking crazy, huh? Jumping out of airplanes, flying like birds. That is crazy. I like this phone. This is a nice fucking phone. So, what do we have here? Grant and Jason. From California, huh? Well, I hope your mama and your papa really, really love you. Because you two white boys, you look very expensive. And that's good because I like expensive things. I'm sorry, what did you say? What did you say? Do you want me to slice you open like I did your friend? Shut the fuck up! Okay? I'm the one with the fucking dick. Look at me. Look me in the fucking eye. Hey! You fuck! Look me in the eye. You're my bitch. I rule this fucking kingdom. Shut the fuck up, or you die. What is it, Jason? Jason, what is it? Why aren't you laughing now like you did up there? What, is this not fun anymore? Have I failed to entertain you? You see, the thing is, up there, you thought you had a chance. Way up in the fucking skies, you thought you had your finger on the pussy trigger. But hermano, down here,